How you doing, everybody? So today's video is going to be about 5 things I had to reevaluate and change when I got diagnosed with ME, CFS many years ago. I'm hoping that everything that I learned and things that helped me can potentially help you, someone who's new to ME and CFS, or someone who's had ME and CFS for a long time and maybe they haven't gone down this path yet. So number one, the thing that I had to change was my doctor. You have to have an ME literate doctor if you expect to get better in any way, shape, or form. You need a doctor that's going to listen, who's going to support you, who's going to help you. You might have a very nice family doctor that you're comfortable with, but if they're not able to help you on this journey on improving, offering some form of treatment, and if they're kind of blaming you, so to speak, as far as blaming stress and blaming your lifestyle or blaming the fact that you don't have a husband or wife and you're single or you're depressed, and you may be depressed, time to consider reevaluating the doctor that you have. I think it's very important, especially early on with ME, to find a doctor. And I'm very surprised that a lot of people that have had ME for many years are still with the same doctor that's been telling them that they don't have ME. Now I understand some people don't have the means or live in an area where there aren't ME literate doctors. I get it. But if you do have doctors around your area, do your best to get to a doctor that's ME literate. Super important. Number 2, approach. You're going to have to change your approach on life, relationships, friends, family, work, everything. You need to change your approach, your mental approach, your physical approach. You need to find your baseline, know when your body gives out on you, know when you're going to bring on a crash, and change your approach on how you manage your day, how you manage basic things. Now, obviously, there's a big spectrum of people with ME and CFS. Some people are bedridden, need caregivers. Some people are functioning but sick every day. You need to manage how you do things, how you're going to get things done. So your physical and mental approach needs to change. You are no longer the person you were before. Now, that's not necessarily a thing to be really upset about. You just have to alter certain things and how you do certain things. Because it could hurt you in the long run, especially when people are very young and they get ME and CFS. You push through it very aggressively. You have to listen to your body. You have to understand you can't do as much as you did. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy life and find things to do for those who are moderately or mildly sick. But your approach to everything has to change. You have to approach it understanding what everything does to your body. You have to understand that overworking will hurt you, that a night out drinking is not good for you. You have to change your approach about everything. And also mentally, your expectations have to be different. You can't punish yourself for not being able to do what you used to do. Stay positive, but understand that your body's changed a bit. And keep working towards getting healthy as much as you can, but just change your approach a little bit so that you don't overdo it, so that you don't try to convince yourself that nothing's changed and you kind of deny it. Stay positive, though. That's very important. Keep a positive outlook. Remember that you can improve, and keep that in your mind. But definitely alter the way that you're doing things until you see that improvement. Another thing is friends and family. You are going to have to change how you deal with friends and family. This might be the toughest part. I've made a lot of videos about friends and family. This might be the toughest part about ME. What their expectations of you are going to have to be adjusted, and what your expectations of yourself and what you give others is going to have to adjust. Stop trying to make other people happy at the expense of your health. You can't do that anymore. Focus on your health. Cut anyone out of your life. Not permanently. I'm not saying don't talk to people ever again, but distance yourself from people that are toxic. You need to focus on yourself, on getting your mind and your body right. Positive people only, supportive people only. That's what you need to be around. And I think it's very important to understand that you should be your priority until you start feeling better. Don't overdo it to please your brother or your sister. Now, if you have kids, I understand that's a little bit different. You don't really have a choice. But friends and family, coworkers, they're going to have to take a back seat to your health. You need to put yourself first because you will regret it later on. I made that mistake, overdid it for years. I'm still paying the price for that. So put yourself first, surround yourself around supportive people, and try your best to stay positive and find your healthy place. Number 4, diet. You're gonna have to change your approach with diet. You're gonna have to figure out what works for you. There's no ME diet out there that works for everybody. It's a complex illness. It's frustrating because what works for one person doesn't work for another. You need to figure out what works for you. You need to really eat healthy. Now, we all say, oh yeah, you ask the average person if they eat healthy. They say, I eat pretty healthy. The reality is high sodium, high sugar, carbs, junk food, processed food. You need to really eat healthy and find out what that is for you, and give your body a chance to recover. Give your body a chance to feel better. Give your body a chance to succeed in handling ME. Last but not least, stress. You're gonna have to learn how to reevaluate how you deal with stress. Whether you take time for yourself, whether you have to really rewire your brain and understand that you need to think more positive, be more positive, and during stressful situations. Easier said than done, but stress is a big thing for people with chronic illness. It makes everything worse, and we're prone to stress because we're not well, we're not feeling well. Anyone out there who's watching this and is healthy, when you're really sick with a flu or whatever it may be, you're not the best at handling stress. I mean, it's a lot to deal with, and people who are chronically ill, they're sick on a daily basis, and stress over a long period of time is just not good for ME or really anything. So you need to learn how to manage stress. Find things that help you. Alone time reading, watching your favorite show, taking a walk, listening to music, whatever it is for you, learn to incorporate that de-stressing time and incorporate it into your life and make it a priority, a self-care priority. I wish I did all of these things right away when I first got ME and CFS. It was a learning experience for me, and it took me years to incorporate all of these things to actually have an effect on me. So I hope that someone who's new out there can benefit from this. To those of you who've had ME out there for a long time, let me know what you would change in your life, or what you would recommend to someone to change in their life right away. I hope everyone's doing well out there. If you like ME CFS videos, please like, subscribe, and thank you for the 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support and the comments that people leave, and I look forward to reading those comments. I hope everyone's doing well. Until next time, take care.